Come here now, girl.
Hello and welcome to What's Map, your one-stop shop for everything workshop. I'm BonBonB and you're very, very welcome. Well, it's Saturday. Saturday is the end of the week. We've made it through another week, which means there are now only 4 full weeks until Christmas. That's 27 maps including today, which means I'm going to have to start making my shortlist for the Map of the Year series, the spectacular that we do at the end of the year where I pick out my best 6 maps of the year. Now, a few of them are standout contenders, but which maps do you think I should be including which aren't on the obvious list? Do let me know in the comments down below and I'll see if I can get them onto that shortlist. So anyways, we do like to finish the year with a spectacular, but I do also like to start proceedings with a spectacular. So if you feel like being spectacular, now is the time to do so. That's right, feeling spectacular really does support the channel, gets me seen by more people and helps me grow a little bit more every single day, so thanks for your support. Today's map is Matte Coast by Flame Glass. Now Flame Glass, when they were making this map, were known as Matte. So yes, hello Matt. I wonder why you called it Matte Coast. There's your start square, plenty of space there, rail running through it as well, which is a double bonus. Then you've got all of that flat terrain to work into, that's all pretty good too. And then if we head on to the resources, we have resources absolutely bleeding everywhere. That's a big win there as well. Okay, off to the workshop. What do we need from the workshop? The answer is the generic tree pack and network extensions too. On top of that, we'll be using the Clara theme and the Clara color correction LUT. Not my favourite LUT, but it definitely works on today's map, so I'm not going to moan today. Okay, what have we got? We have got a perfect bridge to start. We've got some reasonable standards here that shows that Flame Glass does know how to use standards, you know. Pretty solid standards there. Unfortunately, I've started at this end of the map for a reason, because, well, this is the end of the map where the standards are the highest. You'll see. We'll get to it. You'll get to it. Now we look at the hills in the background. They look pretty good for backdrop. I'm pretty sound with those as well. We've got a lot of trees down here as well from the generic tree pack. That's a good tree pack. Doesn't use many tris and polys, so it doesn't eat up too much memory there as well. Then we have another little perfect bridge. Again, perfect bridge. Standards, remember standards. We can do standards. And then we have this intersection, which is a little bit clunky. We've got network extensions too. We could be a little bit smoother in clunkiness, like 5 lanes going down to 4 lanes is not too bad, I guess. 4 lanes going up into 5 isn't so bad. But then we've got a really hard right here, which is a little bit too sharp. Obviously a plopped intersection, as we'll see a bit later on as well. This looks a little bit tight in terms of donut proofing, but not half as tight as this one. If we drop down to the roads here, is this donut proofed? I'm not entirely sure we would get under there without clipping the donut off the top of our van. So anyways, that's just a little bit tight on that one. But that was flat ground, more or less flat ground anyway. Where we go? Let's move back on to the highways. Now we've got a hell of a lot of trees down this part of the map. And I was starting another perfect bridge, and I was wondering, have we actually got any trees under the highways? Were the highways cleared before the trees, of trees before the highways put down? And the answer is very easy. What we'll do is going to move it. We'll just select the trees and we'll just see if there are any green circles under the highways. And yes, we've got 1 or 2. 1 there. We've got a few down here as well. 3 over there as well. Which means that pretty much sure if we go anywhere else and we do that, yeah, there's a whole bunch of trees there as well. It's not the biggest sin, but if you're playing with Anarchy, always switch to on. Those trees will probably be showing through your highways, and so it's always better to clear it for those players that use that particular mod. Now, remember the plopped intersection, obviously plopped down here again, but we've got a little bit of an issue here with the riverbank, which means that this is going to be a lot tighter. Plop down, it does need to be. Can we squeeze under there. Ooh, oh, no, not quite. Popped up at the very last second. If we come down, it'll pop up right off the first. There we go. And we can actually drive along the top here now. So anyways, yes, a little bit of a problem there with the elevation of the ramp. Not a huge issue though. Not a huge issue. Into the start square. Start square looks very good. And in the start square, we've got one of those. One of those quirky assets of the day for the Saturday. This is the farm windmill animated by Ignus. No mods required, so it seems. I have no prop rotating params is normally required. Maybe I've got it active and it's working anyway. Anyway, it looks great. Factoids, because factoids. Harpo Marx, the frizzy-haired Marx brother with the dirty raincoat, was born on this day, November the 23rd, in 1893. Blimey. Although he acted the mute on film, Harpo could in fact speak quite normally. Now we have factoids because we love our factoids. Yes, this is a great little prop. This one, not prop, sorry. This actually produces electricity and draws and disperses water as well, I do believe. A little bit of sewage work out of that too. Not a high process, but definitely nice to have. Farm windmill animated by Agnes. Agnes! Oh, Agnes, how we love you. Ignus. Sorry, Ignus. Oh, I am so badly struggling this morning. I've had to restart this recording 3 times over because literally fire engines buzzing past my window at just indeterminate moments. Anyway, where were we? We've got another almost perfect bridge. We've got some drowned trees under here. In fact, we've got a very drowned tree right there. But yes, perfect-ish bridge there. And then we are moving into, I've run out of interest in doing all the fine detailing with the roads. So we're going quite steep now. We're going quite steep. It's within the realms of believability steep. So I'm going to let it go. It's fine. I know there are steeper roads in the world. I've been showing them as well. You guys have sent me links to places in America where there are steep roads that go on for miles. But yeah, it is about as steep as we can allow it. So that's fine. And when we get over the brow of the hill, you can see we're heading into the fog a little bit now. But what we are going to meet over here isn't the most pleasant thing in the world. It's a bridge. But this is less so a perfect bridge, more a what the hell is going on here bridge. Sorry, I had to mute the microphone there for yet another fire engine that has just buzzed past. I wonder if there's something exciting going on down the end of my road. Yeah, sorry I disappeared for a moment there, but it was, well, deafening. Literally right outside my window. I'll check in a minute. Don't worry, people are probably okay. If I get evacuated, I apologise. Today's show may end up in several minutes of silence. Rail goes fine. Perfect rail bridge. See, I don't know how to speak today. Agnes, can you teach me how to speak? We've got a perfect rail over road bridge there. Very happy with that. Plenty of clearance there for your donuts. And then we've got another bridge over quite a vibrant river there, I would suggest. Plenty of ripples going on there. Then we bear left. And we are coming up. This is your start square here as well. We're elevated here. Could have been down at ground level, but it's not the world's hugest sin the way it's been done. Another bridge across to the mainland again. And then we've got a slight elevation issue coming off of the bridge. Not a huge problem when you compare to what is going to come again. Off towards the edge of the map. And again, it is off towards the edge of the map, so maybe the creator was thinking, nobody's going to see these. These are out of the 25 tiles. I'm not entirely sure that this bit is out of the 25 tiles here, but it is well away from the start square. But even so, I mean, the elevated roads going over the hill and the elevated rail going over the hill, it's just not clever. I'll tell you what, though, I think a tunnel there would have been absolutely acceptable. So yeah, if we'd gone tunnel, that would have been a win. Anyway, and then off into the fog, which means it's time for our intermission.
Have you ever wanted to create a snow scene in your summer city, but you're not interested in buying the Snowfall DLC? Then you need the Beginner's Guide to Snow Without DLC by BonBonB. Click the information button now.
And so back to Matt Coast by Flame Glass and the shipping routes. And the shipping route's absolutely fine. You see this? We're going, oh no, it's a bridge. We're going to avoid the bridge. It's fine. And we're just going to follow through here, bear off that way, whistle around this way. It's an absolutely fine shipping route. No complaints at all with that one. What about the water flow? Well, remember all those all those waves in the river? There's a lot of water flow. There's a hell. You can see it from space. Yeah, good strong water flow. We come down towards the start square area, this kind of area down here. It's a little bit lighter, but it's still moving, and moving is all we need if you're looking for water motion in that ocean. There you go. Right, let's have a little look at the map overview. That's pretty solid. Pretty solid. We come down here, this is like your main build areas, I guess. Let's have a look at the rivers and such. I mean, it's wide. We've got some nice little islands going on here. Nice little dinky islands, usable if not exciting. A little dinky island there as well with one tree on it. Down here though, we do have a couple little spikes from the underwater that hasn't been smoothed out properly. Come under there and show you that. Yeah, just a couple of little shipping hazards. Where's there an essential lighthouse when you don't need one? Or why isn't there an essential lighthouse when you do need one? I'll tell you, speaking is really not happening for me today. It's early for me, and I hope people don't talk to me today because I'm going to struggle. Loving the multicolours of the terrain there for the different resources. That's the thing with the clay rig. That's what you're going to get. It's strong, it's bold, and here's your water source. Look at this. Totally bold, I would suggest. Realism be damned. We've got a lot of drowned trees over here, and we've got a lot of drowned trees down here as well. Yeah, there's a little bit of extra work to be done there, but I don't feel that they're an accomplished river maker. There we go. That's the polite way of putting it, I think. And we've also got this river here. This is an interesting one as well. We'll head up this way and through here and then into this area here. And you can see we've got, it sort of like starts from a lake, doesn't it? Look, pretty nice. Pretty nice indeed. Except for, if we have a look at the water flow, watch where that water's going. It's filling into the lake. Yeah, this is a backflow of some description. I think that's evaporation that's requiring all that water to flow into there, because there's no water source in that area at all. Nothing's been sucked away. Now look at this big island here. For me, I like this. Okay, love the shape. That particular shape I think would make a great map on its own. We come down here, show you we've got good buildable, flat buildable areas. We've got some nice hilly areas that are usable hilly areas. We've got some steeper hilly areas that are sort of like, you know, more for your backdrop and your feature areas, breaking up your grids and stuff. And I think if we were to have grabbed that entire island and made it a bit larger and filled up the map with it, deleted the rest of the land and just filled the map with that, I think that would make for a more interesting, yeah, maybe put some rivers and lakes on it. I think that would make for a much more interesting map than what we've been given with this long coastline with the weird rivers. But anyway, what do you think of this map? Is it a 1-star map? Is it a 5-star map? Is it somewhere in between? Your vote really does count. We use it at the end of the month for the Viewers' Choice Top 10. Will this be one of the top 10 maps of the month? Only you can decide. Yes, more drowned trees there. I know you saw them. What do I think of today's map? Well, I don't hate it. I really don't hate it. Aesthetically, it's okay. It's not ugly. It doesn't pop. I don't think the map design doesn't lead itself to being an aesthetic map. It's okay though, and for that I can give 3 stars. Solid, you know. Detailing, there are some very nice areas. Okay, a good standard area, shall we say, 3-star areas. There are some areas that are 2 stars, but mostly they are away and out of the way. So I think I can go on the low end of the 3-star spectrum for that one. Gameplay potential. Look, it's playable. Okay, everything you need is there. There's nothing to stop you from playing this map. There's things that could be done to make it more fun, more interesting, but it's playable. So again, I can give this a solid 3 stars. Map Coast by Flame Glass. This is the sort of map that, it didn't get chosen to be reviewed back in the early time of this year because there were probably better maps being released at the time. But had this been one of the best maps of the week, it would have stood up for its own place as a What Map review, and I'm glad I made a note of it. I've seen worse. I've seen much, much worse. Anyway, thank you very much for watching, for commenting, for liking, and for subscribing, for joining me for another map in the What Map series. Very close to the 10,000 subscriber mark now, which is when streaming will start. Soon after that, I have now placed my order for broadband. So that's going to, new broadband, fast, super fast broadband. I'm so excited, I just can't hide it. I'm about to lose control and I think I like it.